Cubola, welcome to my YouTube channel. Just subscribe right now, but we're going to go straight into it. Manchester United 4, Wolverhampton 1. I'm smiling, not necessarily because it was a terrific performance, but the result 4-1, at least they scored fast. This game, Manchester United started on absolute fire. Diogo Dalot had an opportunity to score. 1v1, he missed it. Then Manchester United created another opportunity. Bryan Mbeumo, he missed that 1v1. Cunha off the line. Ahmad missed it. And I started to think it's going to be the same cycle over again. We're not clinical enough, etc., etc. And then we opened the scoring. Now, we saw what happened. It was kind of a thing where Andre was dilly-dallying on the ball and Casemiro just went into him. And I don't even think Casemiro really pressed him. I feel like he had enough time and space to even do whatever he wanted. Casemiro ended up tackling him. Debatable foul. Cunha ran past the defender. And Matheus Cunha, man, sometimes, I'm going to say this, sometimes you've got to take care. Pass appreciation. Like, he's in that position. He passes the ball behind Bruno. So it causes Bruno to slip. Luckily, Bruno stood up, turned, and then he finished it. Manchester United 1-0. And then, of course, from then, I feel like Wolverhampton offered Manchester United so much space to operate in. And I thought, you know what, Manchester United is just going to take control of this game. And then guess what happens? And the craziest part about it is, I was saying, they're going to score from this move. They're going to score right before halftime because you could tell that Manchester United kind of switched off. And that's something Manchester United always do. It's like they score a goal and they can't seem to 2, 3, 4. When they've made it 1, they always seem to retreat. I don't know if it's a mentality thing. I don't know if it's a manager instruction. I don't know if they're so cautious. They don't want to lose the game. I see it way too much. I don't like it at all. So that's pretty much what happened. And then Wolverhampton equalized through Bellegarde, but that was their only shot at that point. Their first shot on target. And they scored, and it was halftime. And then second half, I was like, no, this cannot be so easy. Wolverhampton gave so much space, not only in behind, they pushed up with no pressure on the ball, and they just allowed Manchester United to play through them. Straight after halftime, I could not believe what I was watching. I was like, this is too easy. Manchester United are going to score, and I'm saying we need to score a minimum of 6 goals. Of course, in the end, they scored 4, but it was the room, the 10s, Mason Mount, Bryan Mbeumo. Matheus Cunha was obviously dropping in that false 9 and receiving the ball in half spaces. However, the space that they were allowed, then the space they gave to Bruno Fernandes. You are not going to do that to Bruno Fernandes. And by the way, good performance. Not the best, good performance by Bruno Fernandes. I have to say it because when he plays bad, I say it. But the 2 goals, the first goal wasn't easy. I mean, he helped Cunha with that one. And then, of course, he scored a penalty. Then he had the assist for the Mason Mount goal as well. He was involved in pretty much a lot of what Manchester United were doing today. I have to say it was a steady performance from El Capitano. But one guy I'm going to big up, and I'm going to big up very, very well, Money Mace. They called him Mason Mickey Mount. But this guy today, if he plays like that, you can tell that he definitely fits this Amorim system. I can see today because the passes, the way he was spraying it, especially to Amad Diallo and Bryan Mbeumo, one touch, boom, and Manchester United were on the attack. That is what creates attacks because sometimes the midfield keeps the ball too much in the middle, passing 1, 2 touches, and then they lose possession. What Mason Mount was doing, one shot touch, a little Cruyff turn, spread the ball straight, and the pass appreciation. Some of the passes he was giving, like he played one to Bruno Fernandes, just in behind, and he tried to cross it to, I believe it was Ahmad or Cunha at the back post. And I was just thinking, Mason, I wasn't familiar with your game, Mason Mount. Mason Money Mount. Today's performance was on the money. Man of the match. Clearly, and that's crazy to say because Bruno Fernandes had 2 goals and an assist, but Mason Mount, the goal itself also proved some of his very good movement. I've seen him live. I remember I went to watch Chelsea vs Manchester United 3 seasons ago under Thomas Tuchel. He played the same system-ish that Manchester United played right now, and I've said it to many people. When I was in that stadium, the person I was impressed the most in terms of off-the-ball movement was Mason Mount. His movement off the ball, is incredible. I just don't think he does enough on the ball to warrant a starting place. However, today was full proof that if he does influence the game on the ball, he will be an asset to Manchester United, and if he stays fit. Because the way he played that 10 role is how you need the player in that role to play the 10 role. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure it does. By that, I mean tactically, his understanding of the space, the way he presses, of course, off the ball is very important. And Mason Mount, we can actually never question his off the ball work. But then offensively today, he added another dimension to how Manchester United attacked on top of his very good movement, which he does have already. But again, like I said, Wolves did give Manchester United a lot of space. So I don't want to really be quick to say, oh yeah, Mason Mount, he should be playing and all this. Because again, the spaces that he was allowed, and he proved that he's a very good player. What a performance today. Man of the match, definitely big up to him. Again, Manchester United's defense, which we always talk about, they always concede. But today, I think they did really well. I saw runs from Yoro, the ones I was talking about in my last tactical video. I saw runs from Luke Shaw, getting in the spaces, making that ball, running forward, having an effect on the game more when Manchester United have the ball, especially when you have a back three, and that was causing Wolves a lot of problems. You cannot be so concerned about what another team's going to do when you have the ball. Oh yeah, but if we lose the ball, they're going to counter-attack. Listen, every formation in football, there's always pros and cons. At the end of the day, that's how football works. You cannot be perfect in every sense. There's always going to be a deficiency here and there. But I think today they did really well with that system. It was a sound performance again from Aiden Heaven. I think he was really sound. He went off pretty much with like 20 minutes to go. Diogo Dalot, very good runs. Very good runs today. I was happy with the wing back play. But again, they were playing really high. They allowed a lot of space. And I have to talk about Amad Diallo, guys. Yes, the end product is not there from Amad Diallo. He was the one who had a shot that ended up being a penalty for Bruno Fernandes. But some of his touches, his dribbling, just the way he takes on people and makes them look like they're not there. I think Amad Diallo deserves a big up. I'm still waiting for that output to be much better. Of course, Bryan Mbeumo scored, but I'm not impressed by his performances. I'm sorry. I think his performances all round has dropped. His level of performance has really dropped. And it's not nice because we definitely still are going to miss him for the AFCON. However, it's like some of his touches, losing the ball, even when he got the yellow card, I'm like, he's lethargic and looking tired sometimes, looking out of breath. I'm thinking, of course he scored a goal. It was an open goal, so he's not going to miss it. But I just feel like as good as his movement is, sometimes on the ball, he's not efficient enough. And sometimes we don't see the quality that we expect. Matheus Cunha wanted to so desperately score today against Wolves. I think he had the most shots. He just keeps shooting from everywhere. Like I said previously, he's not as clinical as what people think. And I think today was another telling sign of that because he had a lot of shots. And I think the one off the line was the one that was kind of, a good chance. And he had another one where I think it was Agbadu kind of grabbed him. It's just that composure. I think if he can just compose himself again, like he did at Wolverhampton last season, he's going to score more goals again. It's just one in the Premier League, which, again, for the expectation, is not enough. It's not enough. Manchester United scored 4 goals today. He should have had 1 goal in those 4 goals, at least, with the amount of shots he had today. Not clinical enough. I think in possession, he was really good. Carrying the ball, he was really good. And I think the link up between Mason Mount, Bryan Mbeumo and Cunha was really good. But it was really good because Wolves allowed them to have a lot of space, not only on the ball and turning, but in behind them. And I think that's the illusion. I don't want Manchester United fans to get too happy and too excited and say, oh, yeah, but we did fantastic and we had an amazing game. We scored 4. Guys, Wolverhampton, Manchester United have not played a team this season that have allowed them that much space in behind and in the midfield. And when you allow players like Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, that amount of space, and Mason Mount as well today, you're going to be in big trouble, man. I don't care. Like, Manchester United playing this 1-2s and then switching it in behind. I was thinking Wolverhampton, you're making it so easy. So Manchester United fans, don't get carried away at all with the 4 goals, with the result, because most teams are not going to be given that amount of space. And that's where Manchester United tend to have a lot of their problems. Manchester United are going to definitely miss Amad and Bryan Mbeumo because that side is just... yeah, it's problematic again. Very, very problematic for opposition teams to deal with. But I have to say, Ruben Amorim today, you did what you had to do. Manchester United got the win. They're up into the top 6. And you have to give them credit. At the end of the day, we will take a look in tomorrow a bit more at the analytical side and the positions that Manchester United were picking up. Another player I thought I need to mention, Mazinho. Mazraoui, I call him Mazinho. Terrific right centre-back performance today. Terrific tackling, timing of tackles, on the ball in possession, and I think, again, he's always giving 8 out of 10s most of the time and just doesn't get mentioned. Seny Lamens just gives us that kind of peace at the back, safety, security. Do you know what I mean? The big gloves, commands the box. That's a goalkeeper. That's what we needed. Now we just need to sort out our defense because we can't keep conceding goals like that with literally 5, 6 back. It's not good enough, those kind of goals at Manchester United, and we always concede. But at the end of the day, it's a 4-1 victory, and we take that. We take that. Before I even finish talking about Manchester United, guys, Jamie Carragher came for Mo Salah, and Mo Salah actually said Jamie Carragher is going to come for him. And guess what Jamie Carragher did? He came for him. Now, these are some of the things that he said on Monday Night Football. He literally said, before he came to Liverpool, Mo Salah was known as the guy who failed at Chelsea. You weren't a big star before you came to Liverpool. You haven't really won anything with Egypt anyway. That's crazy. He also said it was a disgrace what Mo Salah did. When he stops in the mix zone, it's choreographed with agent to cause maximum damage and strength on his position. He chose this weekend. He chose this time to go for the manager and get him sacked. This situation with Mo Salah is crazy. I just think Mo Salah's played his last game for Liverpool. I just think he has decided that my time is up and I'm not having this. Is Mo Salah sulking? Yes, he is, because Cristiano Ronaldo sulked under Ten Hag. I just think with Cristiano Ronaldo, the treatment from Ten Hag was extreme. However, Ronaldo was done with the club, so he came out and said what he needed to say. I just said it was wrong timing because he was still at the club. If he left the club, it's fine, but just out of respect, it's not the best way to leave. But he did leave that way, and it's sad. But then that's a legend, and so is Mo Salah to Liverpool. He is sulking. He is kind of crying because he's on the bench, because these players don't. He didn't come out 2 months ago or a month ago when Liverpool were off form and say all this. It's because he's on the bench and he's not playing. And for him, that's a humiliation thing. Like, it's just too much ego. I cannot be on the bench and Mo Salah. And Jamie Carragher came straight for his head. And I just think he's played his last game for Liverpool. I mean, there's a lot to say on that, but I just wanted to add that in because that's the new update on that saga, which is crazy to me. Manchester United, get a dub. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe, like, click on the notification buttons and turn it on because I'm going to be posting every day until you get tired of me. Cupola. I'll see you soon. Come on, United.